a hangover kind of sandwich. So
my
sort of
I have a
sloppy in that way.
question
Yes.
for Zeta shift peeps.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do Zeta shift and then I go home and I basically go to sleep right away. So I think of Zeta shift as like the end of my day. But I was wondering if perhaps some of you just wake up, do Zeta, and then are up for several hours instead. So Zeta's the top of your day.
Yeah. That's me.
Really?
That's a thing I tried for Desert Bus, but in all of lockdown had fantasized about of just like, what if I just said goodbye to the sun? And so in the month of November, basically, it's been no sun November for your old pal Molly, and I flipped AM and PM on my calendar. So I wake up at like 8 p.m., have breakfast, and then shower and do the stuff I need for my body, and then roll into Zeta.
Not bad.
It's
Which
not
means
bad.
then
I may stick to it.
you hit the sack at like 10 a.m., 11 a.m.
That's a very personal question, but no, I yeah, I go to bed around like 2 p.m. Yeah, thereabouts.
Okay. Corey, did you have to do any, or do you do the whole? Do you go home and just sleep, or do you?
I did yesterday, or I tried to. And then I had a nap at
Good
about
job. Congrats.
8 p.m. So I've gotten some number of sleep hours. My sleep is normally so completely upsetting that it doesn't really matter what I do.
All right.
My sleep schedule's always been super wonky, and now that I don't have a 9 to 5 and I start work at 3 p.m., like I'm usually up till like at least 3 or 4, but the pandemic messed it up entirely. But I only need like 5 hours of sleep, so I'm up for several hours before, like 5-6 hours before Zeta, and I'm usually go to sleep 3 or 4 hours after Zeta.
Wow.
I'm going to be doing my laundry after this one.
Yeah, I should look into whether or not I need to do laundry.
Yeah, I discovered like a couple weeks ago that Sunday's a very popular laundry time in my building, but I figure 6 a.m. is the sweet spot.
Ooh.
Good discovery time. Yes.
I went to sleep at like 7 a.m. after getting home, and then woke up shortly after my alarm usually goes off. I didn't wake up because my alarm wasn't there. I woke up, I think, to turn off my alarm, and woke up feeling cheated and used.
Yep.
And it took me a while to get back to sleep again, because it was like that feeling when you miss a step.
Yeah.
And then woke up around 3.
Okay.
So that was basically like a normal amount of sleep.
That seems pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, this is about midday for me. I've been getting up around 7:30 or 8 and then go to bed at noon.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, because I think we went, what, 10 a.m. roughly? Or was it 9?
Close to 9.
Close to 9?
Because we got home and realized if we ate something, we'd feel better about ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I also had to do some work before I could go to bed. And then when I got up, I did more work. And then I came here. Eventually, maybe I'll like just catch up on work, and then I won't have to do work while doing Desert Bus. That would be cool.
So we got, for the first time in our entire lives, McDonald's delivery.
And
We're
That's
moving
all right.
on up.
I mean, it tastes the same as McDonald's. Like, there's nothing that objectionable about the food if you're fine with McDonald's. But it was just the sense that I was giving somebody $5 to hand me a bag full of stuff that was not that far away from me, ultimately.
And an establishment that is centered around you being able to get in your car and just drive up to the side of the establishment. You had someone else get in their car and drive to the establishment.
Yeah.
That's luxury.
Yeah. I felt like a badass, let me tell you. The dude walks up to the door, and I'm in my pajama pants, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm awake. Like if he was looking me in the face, because we're not supposed to. You're not ever supposed to look your drivers in the face. But if he could get a really good look at me, he would probably think that I was maybe on some sort of like illegal substance that was keeping me
Yeah.
awake all night.
Right. Just like when you get the order to pick up McDonald's for somebody at 7 in the morning, you know it's because they were partying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the fact that he showed up, like he got there, I have to assume that also I answered the door. There's nothing going on in our house. There's no music. There's not people lying around everywhere. It doesn't smell like an opium den. It's just me, and he's holding a very heavy bag
Mm-hmm.
and has to be wondering, this man has been awake all night. I can tell because he's not like banging about. It is 7 o'clock in the morning, but that bag is way too heavy for any one person to eat on their own, clearly. But I don't see anybody else.
Also, if you're gonna order food, we're not gonna order like one egg McMuffin.
No, if someone's making the trip for you, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stock up.
All right. I propose we continue talking about food after we watch the video.
All right, let's
Yeah,
do
'cause
that.
we have a channel.